Good evening, Guruji. Wishing you a very happy new year. I would like to ask you a question and I want to understand the genesis behind the KrsnaKnows. Why your name is KrsnaKnows and what is the reason today you want to be known in the world as Krishna Guru? Could you please explain?
Good evening to you also. Many years ago, when I came into this spiritual domain, approximately in the year 2001, I was unaware of my own identity. So it so happened that when anybody came and asked me, "Who am I was addressing the body. I said, "My name is Suresh Rao." But I remember clearly that is not who I am. Suresh Rao is the name of the body. And whenever anybody asked me, I was addressing a wrong person. So the idea was that there was no name. So, how do you address a person with no name? The object was to give a name to a person with no name. So, we started with, "What is your name?" The answer was, "God knows." But how do you describe to an Indian what is God knows? Because you cannot address any person as "My name is God knows." Can I say that? No. So the idea was to have an Indian sounding name. So I said the name of the Lord is Krishna, so Krishna knows. Maybe Krishna knows the name. So that name stuck with me for many years and I started using it as a pseudonym. It went on for many years. Thereafter, when the students started coming in, somewhere in 2014, I was addressed as KrsnaGuruji. And from that day onwards, I started answering questions when somebody said Krishna Guruji or Guruji. And the name has stuck. So today, a person with no name has to accept the name as Krishna Guru or Krishna Guruji, as people call me lovingly. And that is how the name came about.
You're also known as Internet Guru. So, what is the reason behind that?
Well, I used to write before I came into the spiritual world. I came into the spiritual world, like I said, in 2001. But if you go back into the internet and go back to the world of Yahoo and so many other websites, you will find that I have addressed a lot of issues, written a lot of blogs, answered a lot of questions. I think more than 3,000 questions I have answered in a couple of websites. And thereafter, we were running a small company in which emails were going out. So, since I knew the idea about emails and the internet, and I'm also tech savvy a little bit. So, using that tech savvy knowledge, we I was comfortable in telling this world about the kind of spiritual aspects that I have to tell you just now. And I explained to the world how I became spiritual and what is the different kinds of spirituality that exists in this world. Thereafter, I started doing satsangs. Now, satsangs were done online and offline also. The offline satsangs were recorded, and the online satsangs were going live. Thereafter, we were editing, and these things were put up on the internet in the YouTube channel. That's how
You
I
became
came to
the
be known as Internet
Guru.
of the Internet, and people started finding me over the internet. Though I have not personally pursued advertising or doing any kinds of promotion for myself, because I am not keen on doing that. But those who know the channel and those who see the channel come to me. This is how the internet word came about
Well,
with my associated with my name.
well, I'm very sure that there will be lot many people in this world who will be benefiting from you, and because you're tech savvy and you're on social media, it's easy reach for them. I definitely want everyone to benefit from your teachings. With that, what is the message that you have for everybody in this world today for 2019? What is the one thing we need to focus and how to make this world a better place?
That's a very big question. I can only say a few lines on that. 2019 is just like any other year. Everybody makes resolutions, everybody says, I have to do this and I have to do that in the whole year. They write their resolutions, and by the time it is the second day of the year, the resolutions are forgotten. So, the best thing for you to do is not resolve about 100 issues, but take one aspect of your life. One, or maybe two if you wish to, if you are sure about it, and just try to do something about that one aspect in life. It could be your career, it could be your marriage, it could be anything. As far as I am concerned, I feel that being spiritual, you need not leave this material world. So you could be married and you could be spiritual. You could be working as an employee and yet you could be spiritual. You could be a student and yet be spiritual. So anything is possible. So for 2019, my suggestion to everybody is just ensure that you are good at what you are doing and don't try to overstretch yourself. It's not important to overstretch yourself. You can just play it cool the whole year round and try to improvise every single day of your life. Maybe try to write a diary. It will help you a lot. That way you will see your own progress. I think this is the easiest way and easiest approach you can have for spending your 2019.
I happened to see a post on Facebook, Guruji, and I saw that one of the most important thing that you're talking about love, how that we have to spread love and not expecting anything from anyone. It's a very beautiful thing that you've said, and today we need this in this world. So, what is your message to the millennials who are an integral part of the future?
Love as a word has been mixed around with a lot of other things. Love has become more stressful nowadays, especially with the media and the kind of high pressure life that everybody is leading. People are in their office during daytime and nighttime as well. They have got weekends and a lot of money to spend. So, when you look at this kind of a trend, you will find that it becomes extremely difficult for millennials, especially the young upcoming generation, which is, I think we have 60% of the population in India which are in that age bracket, which is youngsters. And these youngsters need to do something. Now, when I said love, everybody thinks of unconditional love, which actually doesn't exist. There is nothing like unconditional love. It is always conditioned love, whether it is between parents or children, husband, wife, it is always conditional. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. And when it's a matter of money and so many other things which comes into the picture, there is conditional love, not conditional. The idea that you need to have love, like I said, have love for one thing or maybe two things at the most. Maybe you love your wife. Try to be as loving as possible. Maybe you love God. So be loving to God. What I mean is, if you love your wife, do you get flowers for her?
I think that's become a very rare phenomenon today.
Yes. Unfortunately, we don't have time. We would rather take our phone and write in the app, I want this delivered. That's a very impersonal way of communication. Best is to take one rose or maybe a few flowers and give it to her. It's an old fashioned way, you see. Today, everybody gives iPhones and various other devices. They cost a bomb. A rose may cost 10 rupees or 20 rupees or maybe 100 rupees. That's very cheap, but it speaks volumes. So spread love. Start with one person, then you can add two, then you can add three. Maybe a colleague of yours whom you don't like. Start liking that person. It does not matter. It is not important that that person needs to reciprocate. It is important that you give, not ask for anything in return. When you give your child, do you ask something in return? You don't. So, in the same way, when you spread love, don't expect the other person to give back something to you. And that way, it will become unconditional love from your side. This way, you can spread love and be happy yourself and spread a little bit of happiness around.
That's a wonderful message, and thank you so much. It has been very pleasure. I think I've started with the same thing today after reading what you posted, and I hope to follow the same. Thank you.